said in his interview with Sky that that you were telling them at half time there was definitely a goal in this for your team, and that it was there to be got, and clearly that was a strong conviction of yours.
I told the boys, imagine we would play good. How that game could look, because we had good moments in the first half, but we didn't feel them properly. It was not that we, okay, let's try it again like this, or here we have them. But all their good moments had a real impact. I could see this on body language and stuff like this, and we lost compactness. We were a bit in a rush in the first line to press Ederson with nothing around. That opened up the half spaces. Even when we were more together, they found Bernardo too often. But we told between Dom and Mo, better communication, that doesn't happen, and then it's either the last line always against City has to step in and defend into midfield, so there is then either Trent or Joel. And it was a bit tricky, and then in the second half we made that a bit clearer how we want to do that, with Trent more in that position already and taking the risk in the last line, but not in between the lines. And yeah, then we scored a goal. That's a very positive thing. Trent scored it. Trent was super influential like today, not only in the goal, around the goal in all situations. Was really a really important player, and a really good game of him. Yeah, the shadow on this game is obviously that Ali felt something and Diogo felt something. So that's something we have to assess, and then we will see.
Jonathan?
Jurgen, when you think how much a team like City threw at you in a game like this, and especially Doku throwing at all the skills at Trent, was it the defiance and the mentality of the team that sort of pleased you the most?
Look, I know mentality is a big word, but when I speak about body language, it's a bit similar to mentality. I didn't like it too much in the first half, and I don't speak about Trent or whatever in the situation with Doku in general. So, but it's really difficult when we are still in the early stages with the team, and we have before the game I had to in the press conference to talk about press conference about can Maka play a 6 and stuff like that. I said he can definitely, and everybody who saw the game could say he can play a 6, but how was it around? How compact were we around? So that's then the problem. So and that was not as great. So. Yeah, we went through a lot of tough moments, and this season already, and this today coming here is a tough one. So, and I know it's part of the circus and all these kind of things, but preparing the most difficult game of the season away at the Etihad with one session is really a challenge. And maybe I'm just not good enough. That's absolutely possible, but it's really tricky to do that in 30 minutes on the pitch and 45 in a meeting room. And so we needed the first half maybe to understand even more about that, and we improved in details, which makes a difference. And we scored a goal and brought it over the line, and I'm very happy with that.
Jurgen, it's a very fierce rivalry. We saw you at the end with Darwin. What happened?
It has nothing to do with a fierce rivalry. I don't know what you want to make of that. It's not a fierce rivalry, it's rivals. What is a fierce rivalry? Where do you see that in? Because on a pitch it's challenges, and this situation after the game has nothing to do with a historical fierce rivalry. I don't think Darwin Núñez knows anything about that.
I mean, just passions are high when two big teams
Emotions.
meet.
So I'm not sure I'm the one who should explain it, to be honest, because I was absolutely not involved, surprisingly. I was absolutely not involved. I love them both, and so I tried to calm the situation down without knowing 100% what happened, because I didn't understand a word. But I know, so that's it. But I really think it's nothing what is not already sorted, to be honest. It's emotional. That's this. Pep wants to win. We want to win. So, and then both didn't win. So obviously nobody really happy, and then these things can happen.
Jurgen, what was your assessment of Trent today? Because he was
very good
with a really difficult opponent, yet was still able to get himself forward with 10 minutes to go to score the equaliser.
Yeah, he played a really good game. A really good game as far as super influential. He changed it, if you want, with the position. We changed him, brought him more, made more clear where he has to be in these moments. But he did that really well, and had still his moments with Doku where he was really strong in the 1-1 situations. You could see in a lot of moments how difficult it is against him. He's a really good dribbler. And Trent was pretty influential today in a good way.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
I think you said before this game that this team didn't need to pass a test. But did that feel like a test pass to come from behind here so you don't lose at home?
For us, I think we passed the test today. I'm not sure it was that test. That's if that makes sense. So it's in a business where nobody has time. It's really difficult to ask for it and to use it in if you want. So we are. How can we be? Last year with a team who was played long together and stuff like this, much longer than this team now. Yeah, we got here completely under the wheels, and we had no real chance in this game today. We had a chance. I think if you ask me, I'm not silly. I see the game, so if you see who would have won the game more likely, it was City, obviously. But we had our moments, and we won games with lesser chances against City, to be honest, from counter-attacking. And if we would have used them better, that would have been very interesting games. So it's not about we don't check if we are as good as City. So we want to be ready in these games. To give them a proper game, and that's what we did today. But it's not that I look at ourselves and think, okay, that's a finished article, that's how we can play, because I saw a lot of performance I was not overly happy with. The attitude was still good, but the performance was but it's a super difficult week. How can you judge that? 10 days away, coming back, one training, and the most difficult games are really tricky. So I'm not here to tell now we should have done that better. I take what I get and work from here, and that's what we do.
Last one at the back.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
Just on the Alisson injury, it looked like a muscular thing, which is quite unusual for a goalkeeper. Does that kind of show the danger of what you've been talking about, that he plays late on Wednesday, comes back, this is a super intense game? And then
Am I allowed to mention that? I don't know. But I have